This is Group 11, and this is our Knowledge Deficit Care Plan. My name is Logan West. I'll be presenting with Maddie Knight, Alicia Plimpton, and Emma Huff. Our care plan is over eating healthier just to maintain a better diet and just to stay healthier overall. Our client is a 19-year-old male. This education took place in the home with a couple computers. We went to a couple websites to help him with his diet. Subjective data was that the client complained about being overweight and having little energy, and he also stated that he has a poor diet. And then the objective data, as I said, the client was a little higher than average with his weight, and then he displayed little knowledge of how diet affects the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. So we just took him through some different ways that he can help himself work on his diet to just be a healthier person overall.
Our objectives for this client were to have him state the categories of the food pyramid and the amount of calories recommended to consume for each category. For this objective, we used the food pyramid website, and we discussed what foods were good and what foods were bad, and also talked about portions and the proper portions you should be eating for a healthier diet. Our second objective was to state what types of food can cause an increased risk for health complications. For this objective, we researched together, and we used online resources that explain the risks of certain foods and what health complications go with bad eating habits. And we had the client kind of discuss their own eating habits and discuss what complications they could have if they continue eating this way.
So our client was taught via a laptop. The instructor and the client both had a laptop, and they went through the websites together, and the instructor just kind of lectured about like the images and what the information on the websites was saying so that there was a better understanding. So the first thing we used was this picture of the food pyramid, and we discussed what types of foods and what food groups a balanced diet should contain. So a balanced diet should contain starchy foods, fruits and vegetables, milk and dairy, and proteins. And you also need a small amount of fats and sugar, but it is a very small amount. So for starchy foods, you get things like bread, rice, and potatoes. Fruits and vegetables should constitute 30 to 60% of your diet, and the vegetables can be raw or cooked. You also need healthy fats in your diet, like nuts and seeds and avocados. And you should stay away from sweet foods, things like processed cheese, processed meats, and commercially raised meats. MyPlate, we used the MyPlate website, choosemyplate.gov. We displayed the website on the client's laptop and the instructors and went through it together. The website shows the calorie intake for each of the food groups. It shows you how to calculate how many calories you need for each group based off your age, height, weight, and exercise. We also went to websites that showed healthier recipes and ways to start eating healthy and kind of bring yourself out of the unhealthy diet that you do have. This is a quote from one of the websites that we used, and it says that a healthy diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and low-fat dairy can help reduce your risk of heart disease by maintaining blood pressure and cholesterol levels. High blood pressure and cholesterol can be a symptom of too much salt and saturated fats in your diet. This is just one example of how changing your diet just a little bit can help lower your risk of heart disease and high blood pressure. Changing your diet can also help lower your risk for diabetes and obesity, and it can also provide more energy and a better immune system.
So for our evaluation method, our first objective was that the client would be able to state the categories from the food pyramid and the amount of calories to consume from each category. And the way that we evaluated this was we asked the client which of the following is part of the food pyramid, and we listed proteins, starches, and both A and B as answers. And the client picked the correct answer, which was both A and B. And our second objective was state how certain foods can cause an increased chance for health issues. The client was able to, or the way that we evaluated this was we had the client make a meal plan with simple recipes and healthy ingredients. And like Alicia stated before, the client omitted using sweets, processed foods in his meal plan, and he also added lots of fruits and vegetables. So if you have any questions for us, please ask us now.